A lot of people have asked me over the years about songwriting, you know, what is, how do I get my ideas? Because I've been writing since I was 15. That's a long time ago, I promise you all that. And I never stop. I write as much now as I did when I was 20, 30, 40, 50. And I was doing a show in Texas, and this biker guy came backstage. I did an hour, and then I had an hour off, and then I had to go back on for another hour. And this Hells Angels guy came backstage and came up to me and said, "Where'd you get them ideas for songs?" And he was like a big guy, believe me. And I said, "Well, you can write about anything. It's unlimited. People, you know, your friends, yourself, objects. I mean, the songs are flying through the air. It's up to the songwriter to pull them down, you know." And of course, he thought that was a lot of horseshit, you know, and I said that, but it's true. And so he said, "Well, when are you going back up on the stage again?" And I said, "In about an hour." And he looked at me and he said, "I bet you a bottle of Jack Daniels that you can't write a song about this before you go back on stage." And he put his hand in his pocket, and I didn't know what was coming out of that pocket, because it got looked armed and dangerous, you know. And so, anyway, he throws a penny on the table backstage, you know. And so I had an hour to write a song about that Lincoln penny on the table. So an hour later I came back with this, because I love challenges, you know, and I wanted some Jack Daniels. It's called A Penny. You find them in a cupboard, in a drawer, or in a jar, underneath the sofa or the back seat of a car, at the bottom of a suitcase or the bottom of a purse, lying on the floor or in the back seat of a hearse. You find them in a mansion or in a cheap saloon. I even heard the astronauts left one on the moon. 100 in your pocket is a heavy kind of thrill. It makes you feel much richer than a crumpled dollar bill. That penny in your wallet makes all the difference. If there is a penny tax and you have to break a 10. They stay in circulation like the ever-moving wind. The one you're spending now, you spent it as a kid. You can pitch them in a river for a wish you hope to get. Because the way the market's going, it's best investment yet. You can use it as a fuse or at a penny sale. You can settle a dispute by choosing heads or tails. Pennies come from heaven, that's what I've been told. That's because they managed to keep prices up there low. You can tie them in a bracelet, if that makes any sense. That eternal souvenir of our 16th president. You can drop one on the sidewalk and never pick it up, but you lift one off the street, because to find one brings you luck. They're everywhere you see, they're growing every day, and why no one really knows how many have been made. But when the world is ended by some accident, there'll be mountains filled with pennies, and they won't be worth a cent. Thank you. He taught me the bottle of Jack Daniels. He drank 3/4 of it.